Okay, so here we are on Facebook Live with the Incurables. Hello, guys. Good evening. Well, good afternoon to you.
Yes, good evening to you, Graham.
Well, thank you very much. Yes, it's pitch black out there. But it's actually bright sunshine for you guys. So we have Dennis, Pat, Darren, and Ray, all part of the punk band. Punk band, am I right?
We've been called everything. Punk, garage rock, power pop.
Yep.
Where
a little bit of everything
rolled into one.
Okay, so what's your roles in the band? We'll go for Pat first. Can you not hear me?
Can you? Are you there?
Pat, hello. Earth calling Pat.
He can see us, but he can't hear us. That is our guitar player, our lead guitar player, extraordinaire. We can say all kinds of stuff about him, but he won't even hear us.
This is a comedy sketch right here, isn't it?
It really is.
This is part of the course for us. That's why we call ourselves Incurables.
He's moving his camera about. He's doing everything.
We'll talk for him.
Yeah.
Honestly,
okay. Darren, we'll go with Dennis. We'll go with Dennis.
I hear you now.
You tell me your role.
Oh, okay. There he is.
Oh, Pat's answering the question. It's on the delay system. It's like on a minute delay system. Okay. All right. We'll come to Dennis first. Dennis, you tell.
I play rhythm guitar and provide bits of comic relief.
He said,
more than bitch. Come on now.
I know, God, we're gonna have trouble here with you guys. It's great. All good.
And,
Pat, can you hear me now? Pat, can you hear me? No,
we can't hear him.
He's sounding no, isn't it?
Yeah, he can hear him, he just can't talk.
But we can't hear him. Can we not hear him?
Can you hear him? Oh, there he is. There, yeah, there you are.
Okay. Pat, speak to us. Speak to us.
Oh, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Maybe a little delay, but.
So we've got rhythm guitarist Dennis. Pat, what's your role?
I pretty much just keep these guys in check, both sexually and financially. But, no, I also play guitar, lead guitar. We like to call it the real guitar, the one with all 6 strings and stuff. A little bit of vocals, I know, right? And just the not so comic relief.
Yeah, and can I ask you guys, is Pat always late to rehearsals as well?
Well, I usually drive.
Oddly enough, I was the first one. I was the first one all set up, ready to go, and then when I hit punch to join in, it didn't like my internet connection, so I had to relocate and get all ready to go. So
nothing to do with COVID. I've got to add.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't relocate far, so I don't think I had to interface with anyone in the way.
Okay, right. We'll go to Darren. Darren next. What's your role, sir?
I am the drummer and backing vocals, so I just kind of try to keep everybody together in time. I'm the engine, I guess, under the hood. I just kind of hide behind the scenes and laugh at all the comedy that goes on in front of me.
And Ray?
Well, I am a bass player and vocals, and I only need 4 strings to sound damn good. Okay, that's all.
How long have you guys been together as a band?
I'm not sure we're together now, but I guess it goes back to the bottom of the group has known each other for almost forever. Ray and Darren that you see pictured together are actually cousins. So they've known each other since Darren was born. I didn't join much after the band. Ray and I met when we were about 5-6 years old. We started playing together when, what would you say, Ray? We were maybe 14, 15 years old.
About 14 or 15, yeah.
And started into what eventually developed into bands. A lot of times it was just guys getting together making noise, which isn't too far from where we are today. We met Dennis in high school when we were probably in the 16, 17-year range. So I would say altogether, we've known each other for about 5-10 years.
That doesn't equate.
Okay. And is that so that's how long you've been playing together, 5 or 10 years?
So yeah, so we've been pretty much, Dennis joined up with us back in high school. So it's been, that's a lot of math and really dating us. Where does that
40 years?
30, 40 years? That can't be right.
40 years.
Yeah, close to 40 years that we've had some much contact starting out playing officially in clubs, probably not too much after that. So 30 plus years playing music together.
And what was the first kind of music that you started to play together?
It's still on our set list.
We were always big, the British invasion, influenced. We love the Beatles, Kinks, Stones.
The
And
Who.
I mean, it was always one of our go-to music. And then we got into the new wave, the punk, seeing with the Ramones, Blondie,
Elvis
Costello. And that's always, the music we loved. And then it kind of, like I say, to this day, we do still play some of the same songs, but, we do them our way. We always love to put a little Incurable twist in there.
Yeah. I mean, that song, just for instance, that song that you've done called Down is like a Sham 69 sort of song. It's got that sort of feel about it. I was listening to it and I thought, what band does this sound like? I couldn't work it out. And then I thought, Sham 69. Yeah. That's what I got.
I'll take that comparison.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I got out of it. But what is that? What you guys influence when you play the music, when you write the music?
Yeah, I don't think we try to target really any area. It just kind of comes out. Ray tends to do most of our writing. He'll come with an idea, and then we usually destroy it and tear it apart and make our own influences on it. And it comes from all of those different areas. We don't typically go out of our way to try to sound like anybody but ourselves.
So the song Down, then, tell me where that you got the inspiration for that track.
It was just kind of like an out of body experience. It's like, the song's written about a guy. He just, kind of looking, he's on the ceiling looking down at himself, basically. So he's seeing the world from a different perspective.
I have heard other songs, by the way, but I'm saying that Down is my favorite.
Oh, thank you.
I've got to say, Down's my favorite.
Very cool.
It's got some great lyrics in there. It's a good feel to it as well, isn't it?
Yeah, that was that was one of the main songs we when we got because we did take a hiatus there for a while, and when we came back, that was one of the first songs we actually wrote together again. And I thought, I'm very proud of it.
It's got a good positive vibe to it too, just overall. I think
definitely.
And a good groove, I think, as well. So appreciate the comments, and that's probably a lot of things. Even though the title Down and some of the out of body that Ray sort of mentioned, we try to take, even if we have some negative or dark types of lyrics, we try to keep a happy tone behind the music. And if we do find a darker tone, sometimes we'll throw a happier lyric into it. So it's we're not overly trying to make any kind of major statement, and we want people to feel something, obviously, with our music, but we're not all dark and gloomy in some of it either. So it's definitely positive.
Good. And I think that doesn't come across in your music. Like, you're not really dark. You're good. It's light, isn't it? It's like positive lyrics.
Yeah, there's no Ian Curtis Joy Division influences going on.
Put your heart and soul into it as well.
We've always, that's always been what we do for each other and for ourselves, is we're there having fun. We're just out playing music and enjoying it and having a good time. And it'd be probably hard for us to play a depressing, dark song, and because we'd be smiling the whole time we're playing it.
Just a little psychotic, I guess,
Yeah. And who come up with I've got to ask, who come up with the Incurable band name?
Pat, you can
Yeah.
Or was it just a name you put into a hat and drew out?
No, I mean that's a great question. I'm sure there's so many bands and so many names and different options, and you think, how often do you get to name your baby? So you got to come up with something. But with us, a lot of it, and being from the Detroit area, I'm not sure how much you're familiar with a band here from the '80s called the Romantics.
I know.
Okay, so they're kind of big for a short amount of time locally around here with us, and I was a big fan of them, and so with the band, we play some of their music, but yeah, they never made it very big globally by any means. But that was probably somebody came up with the idea and mentioned Incurables, and I thought, well, it kind of tied in Incurable Romantics. I went and looked it up to kind of do more research, thinking on the name, and the first thing I saw is it said "See Hopeless," and I said that's exactly what you see. So we are the Incurables, we are the hopeless, coming at you, and that's pretty much, there is no cure for what we do. So it just seemed to fit.
That's the highlight of my night. That is. There's no cure for what you do. There's no cure for the music.
It's a bad time to have that name, but we don't get invited to a lot of these these fundraisers going on these days.
Yeah, nobody wants to get Incurables playing at their fundraiser during COVID. I mean, it's
No, that's right. Let's just go for another lockdown. Hey, there's a song in there, Yeah, another lockdown. So we'll come to Dennis. How personally has lockdown been for you?
Well, I'm in Tampa, Florida. The rest of the guys are back up in Detroit. Florida, that's the thing about here in the States. Each state has been given the breadth and scope to kind of deal with things their own way. And, we did go through a lockdown period in the spring. And then by our late May Memorial Day bank holiday, at the end of the month, everything was pretty much back open. They did shut the bars down for a little bit. They kept the restaurants open, and then they reopened everything here in Florida. So it's been a bit different than what the guys have had to endure up in Michigan. And I was just able to travel back up to Nashville for Christmas to visit my family there. And I did get up to Michigan to see the guys in August over my birthday. And we did do a Facebook Live concert, and was able to get back up in October for a quick weekend visit. So, it's masks when you go to the bars and restaurants until you get seated at a table, especially here with the weather in Florida being a bit warmer. I do prefer to go to outdoor venues only. So that's kind of opened a few things up that some other places, especially up in the north this time of year where it's a bit colder, they may not have the same opportunities as I have here.
Yeah, we can go
and
outside.
That's the other thing.
Degrees,
And I said that's the other thing about lockdowns, isn't it? Where the bars are shut and bands like yourself can't get out there to play.
Right.
And been socially interacted with the crowd and your audience. And I suppose that's a good thing with the internet, where you can get out there and put your stuff out there for people.
Yeah, we've been doing a lot of that this year, the past year, because I think the last time we played was a year ago.
Pretty much a year ago.
It was the end of February, and then after that, everything went to hell. And even right now, everything is locked down. There is no bars are open. They're talking about next month opening them up again. But yeah, it's like we missed the live interaction. Even going out to some of the local jams, interacting with some of the other musicians, trying out some new original. We can play the originals downstairs in the basement, but it's it's a different feel when you're playing it out live and getting that response.
Oh, yeah.
And trying it out there.
Yeah.
And we haven't been able to do that in a year. I love doing the virtual stuff, but you definitely miss the the actual live crowds.
Yeah, there's nothing like a live performance, is there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been rough. I appreciate things like this just to remind me that it's time to shower.
Yeah.
I'm
In what
really
sense do you mean
looking-
that part? I wonder. Yeah, what sense
I'm looking for a reason to shave. Actually, I'm hoping that the world opens up again soon. But yeah, it's definitely changed things. Dennis actually down in Florida has had more opportunity to hit some open mics or sit in and jam with some other people down there in Florida. So he's been much more active on stage than we have been able to be. And it's still tough, as you know, there in your part of the world as well. That
yes,
this thing is not letting go anytime soon, and it's definitely being tenacious and making it difficult to beat it and get us back into some sort of normalcy. So we've got to get creative and come up with new ideas. So yeah, we have had more opportunity to be in the studio, more time to do some recording and some self-rehearsing, but yeah, we definitely miss the world and miss the stage.
Yeah, we did.
Well, I'm just glad, Pat, that you weren't in the shower when you did this.
I was kind of close. I did kind of close.
Yeah,
I've got to take a shower. I'll do the interview in the shower. Yeah.
but yeah, Graham,
Ray did mention you was in the shower. Yeah.
But yeah, I was fortunate enough just to play a show just this past Friday with some mates here in Tampa.
Have you been out, Dennis? You didn't tell us about this.
What's that?
Was you allowed out? Wow.
But yeah, it was a brewery that's owned by the gaffer's originally from Sussex, and ironically also a fellow Liverpool supporter. So yeah, I mean, we were fortunate enough to do a 3-hour show, and again, it's just the nature of the beast here in the States, where Florida, Tennessee, Michigan, all places I have connections with, they're all doing different things and different regulations. And I was just last in Liverpool 3 years ago this week, and been in touch with all my friends in Liverpool this week, and just hearing about the different tiers in England and everything.
Yeah, it's crazy days
with yet another shutdown, and we just hate it for our friends there.
Well, like I said, hopefully a vaccine is on the way, so that's one good thing. I don't know if the vaccine's on its way to America, but it's definitely in the UK.
Yeah, slow but sure, it's getting here, but
it's just really sad. I mean, I've been out of work since March, so and I haven't been able to play live. I'm a songwriter as well, and I've been out there, and it's just, where do you go, to play?
Yeah,
there's nowhere.
I haven't seen the Cavern in Liverpool. I don't know now with the more recent shutdown, but they've been allowing artists into the Cavern.
Yeah,
they've been doing live streams.
The live streams, yeah, which is good as well, because nobody is allowed in the Cavern, unfortunately. But they're doing it in their way of virtually. Yeah, that's a good way it's a really good way, a nice way of doing things, isn't it?
Yeah, we've got some clubs around here looking to do the same thing, that they're not opening to the public, but they're looking to open at least for the bands to come in if they wanted to film or record or do some things. So
there's a lot of and the bars, they need that right now. They need some kind of revenue. I mean how
right.
long
Exactly.
And you might put on like a live show and try to raise money during the show for the venue or something too. So there's some people doing that. There are people being creative definitely through it. Dennis mentioned the Cavern. That was definitely one of our big disappointments in 2020, that we were part of the international pop overthrow. We were scheduled to play here in Detroit and then jump across the pond and play the Cavern Club in May. We were supposed to, this last May, play over there. And obviously that didn't work out. So we're hoping things open back up and we get back on the list for this year or sometime in the near future.
Yeah, absolutely.
Amen to that. And I've just had a message here from Gary Venn saying hello. Do you know Gary?
Hi, Gary.
Yeah, we do now.
You know him? I don't know who it is. But yeah, I was just going to say something, and then Dennis was sending me links, so I'll check them out. Dennis, thanks very much. I got a little bit distracted there.
No, it's all right. Yeah, just to give you a heads up about who the Romantics were. They did have a couple of minor hits in the early '80s, and we're still in touch with a handful of the guys in the band.
Rich, you know, of the band.
Yeah, and we had a chance to see them play in Detroit back in 2019.
Yeah.
They were doing a benefit. One of the members of the New York Dolls, which is like a seminal glam punk band that came out in the '70s. David Johansen is probably the best known, but one of the other members was dealing with some health issues. So a lot of the musicians in Detroit got together and put together a benefit to help raise money to help him offset some of his medical costs. And we got a chance to hang out with some of the guys from the Romantics that night too.
You know, and speaking of, probably, the best thing to probably come out of the COVID era is all these bands getting together to help one another. And I mean, it's not, it's not like, back in the day, even, in the '80s where it's like, there was a lot of cutthroat, it was like, hey, we want to be the best, we don't care about anyone else. But now it's like, everybody's working together. It's one giant community. And that to me, that is awesome.
Yeah, and that is why another reason why I do these promotional interviews for artists like yourselves to help them and give them a little bit more scope and that's I used to do a show called Phoenix Hospital Radio, which was on a Sunday afternoon until lockdown happened, and I was playing unsigned artists, unknown artists, indie artists, just to get them out there as well. And this is why I'm independently doing this, and that's why I've got hold of you guys. And I saw you on a Facebook feed. I was like, yeah, I'll have a bit of that, and that was it.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, we love being on here. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate support and what you're doing for bands. That's great.
So what are you guys working on at the moment? Have you got anything new coming out?
Yeah, well, we actually talking about like doing live shows or not doing live shows. We actually recorded a live show at the studio we work with. We're looking to record that. Mix and have that released coming up this year. We do have a couple new songs as well coming down the pipeline. So we've definitely got some stuff work. We've got another batch of songs we want to get into the studio, since that's the biggest thing that we've been doing this last year. Get in the studio and do some more originals. We've got some more covers that we like to tweak and twist on and make them incurable. So we've got another handful of those to come through.
Make them incurable.
That's what we do.
There's no cure for what you do. Yeah.
Our Cover That Thing series.
We'd like to get back down to to Tampa with Dennis. Hopefully in the spring we're going to set something up. Spring is going to be here before you know it. And hopefully everything like I say, we can go down there and play because a lot of venues are outside. Yeah. So we're itching to get back down there. So we are working on plans and, getting some club dates set up and, hopefully that'll get spring and summer here should open up again.
Hopefully. Yeah. We've got a lot of places we'd like to see it. We were looking to get out to the western part of the United States to visit. There was some folks in Canada. We were looking forward to getting across the border to the north and hanging with them, of course, across the pond and going over to Europe and Germany and, the UK as well. So, we've got plans if we can get things open back up here soon.
Yeah, get over to the UK. And if I'm on Hospital Radio, get you guys in the studio for if you're on the tour down here. So that would be great.
That would be awesome.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you. I was going to say thank you very much for your interview. It's been great, absolutely great. And I know it's difficult. I know it's difficult times for everybody, and I do appreciate your time.
Thanks for having
us. Everybody.
Thank you,
Dennis. I'll let you get back to the Fulham game. I don't know what score it is.
I have no idea.
And Pat, just out of interest, who's your football team?
Well, I guess I got to go. Well, I don't know if I want to go there or not, but see, we have different footballs. So if we're going that way, my football is probably U of M Wolverines, but I don't think that's what we're talking about, is it?
No, Dennis, you tell them what we're talking about.
I know what you're talking about. So I probably would team up with Liverpool with Dennis because otherwise I got to hear about it the rest of the year.
You never live that one down. That's right.
No.
And Graham, the ironic part is all my mates in Liverpool, they're all Evertonians.
Oh dear, I can just imagine what the relationship's like.
Yeah, pints all around.
Yeah, exactly. Right, thanks, Pat.
Graham, stay safe. Everyone over there, be careful.
Thank
And
you very
much.
Thanks,
Keep
Ray
going.
and Darren, and thank you, Dennis.
All right,
Thanks, guys.
thank you again.
Hopefully, talk to you
everyone
soon.
about-
We'll talk to you soon.
All righty. Look forward to it.